Suhasini says this is so unfair Adarsh, she is such lovely girl, if you told us, we would have not refused. She asks them to talk, and then come downstairs, Vanshika's parents are there. Suhasini and Jaya leave. Adarsh says we were in school 11 years ago. She says yes, since then I like you, I sent you request on social networking site, you accepted it, you became IAS officer, I found your number and messaged you. He says we know each other, this does not mean this happens so soon. She holds his hand and says sorry. Swadheenta tells Mami that she will come in 2 to 3 days, and asks about Mamu and Asad. Mami says Asad is studying. Swadheenta says I will talk to him. She calls Asad and asks are you fine? He asks what happened to me. She says Mami said you are studying. He says yes, I decided I have to top and become rich guy. She says nice thought, are you eating aam paypad, it means you are in tension. He says no, there is a girl Radhika. She says liar, you did not say that day. He tells about other girls, and says I am serious about Radhika, she is cute girl, she met in college, but for the first time, I wanted to change for a girl, I wanted to become something. She says you are in love. He cries. She asks why are you crying? He says I miss you, it would be simple if you were there. She asks him not to cry, she will come in 2 to 3 days, you gave me tension, we will meet and plan what to do. He asks shall I give her rose on Rose Day? She says I don't understand. He asks does Adarsh not give you rose, he is boring. She asks how did he come in this talk? He says just Adarsh can get love in your life, coming to my topic, shall I give rose to Radhika or not? She says I will tell in morning. She ends call and says he gave me tension, I don't have to think nonsense, I will focus on case investigation. She goes out and stops a girl. She asks do you work here, what's your name? The girl says Gita. Swadheenta says my husband and I came to stay here, we got to know about a case on Subash. Gita asks what case? Swadheenta says Banwarilal filed case, he is Leela's first husband and you are his daughter Sudha. Gita asks who are you, I will tell Leela. Swadheenta stops her and says you felt bad, I don't care you are Sudha or Gita. Subash comes and asks what's happening, I told you not to talk to strangers. Gita goes. He asks Swadheenta what are you doing here? She says I came to take water. He asks where is your husband? She says he is sleeping, I will go. He reminds she came to take water. She takes the jug and goes upstairs. She gets relieved and says Adarsh had to go today itself, 1 day passed and work did not progress, I will report to Suhasini, even Adarsh would have told her. She calls Suhasini. Suhasini is busy attending guests. Vanshika's mum says I am thankful to Jaya, she said there can't be better Sajural than this for Vanshika. Abhay finds Simi upset and goes to her. Adarsh and Vanshika come. Adarsh greets her parents. Her dad signs her that Adarsh is good. She smiles. Ahuya comes and gives bouquet to Adarsh. He congratulates Adarsh. He hugs Simi and Abhay. Manohar introduces Ahuya to Vanshika's parents. Suhasini worries and signs Manohar. Ahuya tells about his big company. Suhasini asks what is he doing here. Manohar says I called him, he is our relative. Suhasini says you tell me such things, I can't bear him. Manohar takes her. Ahuya congratulates Suhasini. He asks Mr. Bundala about his profession. Bundala says small business. Suhasini tells about Bundala's royal background. Ahuya asks him to invest in properties. Bundala says, I invested and it was bad experience. I bought a land, we were expanding business in London, a cheap builder snatched the land and made a shopping mall. Ahuya asks who did that. Mrs. Bundala tells the builder company. Ahuya worries and starts coughing. Everyone look on.